I have decided to do my demonstration speech on how to make tissue paper flowers. To make tissue paper flowers, you need tissue paper and pipe cleaner, and this is a finished flower after it's done. You need to have your tissue paper, and this is a piece that's the normal size. I've already cut the paper due to time restraint. You have to take your tissue paper and you fan fold it back and forth. You just keep fan folding it until you get to the end, which is real simple. Once you get done fan folding your paper, you take a piece of pipe cleaner and you wrap it in the middle of your tissue paper, and this is going to be your stem for your flower. And you just twist it on the end like so. You can make your flower any way you want to on the end, so I'm going to cut this one to make it rounded on the edges. So you cut them round. You can cut them any way you want to on the end, depends on what kind of flower you decide you want. After you fold it and get your pipe cleaner on, you fan your paper out on both ends, like so. After you fan it out, you pull your paper apart by color, and you just pull it out. You pull it toward the top, all the way around, and you do this until you get every color pulled to the top. And you just keep pulling your colors to the top, all the way around. The tissue paper might tear a little bit, but if it tears, you can just keep on pulling because you won't be able to tell when the flower is actually made. So you just keep pulling, and you can actually make these any size that you want. You just have to cut your paper according to the size that you would like your flower to be. And the colors vary. You can use whatever color you want. I chose fall colors since it's fall time. I chose to do fall colors. And you just keep pulling your paper all the way around, and you can also use as many sheets of tissue paper as you like. It just depends on how full you actually want your paper, your flower. So you just keep pulling. You can make them as big as you like also. You just keep pulling to the top. As you can see, some of my paper is actually tearing, but it doesn't matter. You can just keep going. And we can always trim it off on the end if it tears too much. So we just keep fanning them out and pulling them to the top. And as you can already see, you can see the flowers starting to come together. We have about 3 more pieces of paper that we need to pull out. Or we can leave them. You could actually leave them out this way. It just depends on how you want your flower to look. And I'm going to pull all of mine up to the top except maybe the last piece of paper. So we're going to keep going all the way around. And we have a couple more sheets of paper to go. I'm going to just keep pulling them up and pulling them up. This is a very easy project to do. It's easy to do for adults as well as for small children. We're just going to pull them all up till we get to the end. And this is what your flower will look like at the end. Now you can make your stem as long as you want it on your flower. I just made mine short. And the piece that tore, we can just trim that off, and you'll never know that it was torn. And this is what the flower would look like all the way around. and it's very easy. And you can shape these. You can round the edges, or you can clip the edges like strips of paper on the end and make it look more like a carnation. You can actually make it any way that you want to. So this is actually my demonstration on how to make a tissue paper flower.